Not the way I wanted to start a video, but Diesel's hurt. I got home this morning, I got home this afternoon and went out to the pasture, and they were out grazing just like normal, and I put a halter on Diesel just like normal, went to lead him to the barn, and he was completely lame. So I went to put a halter on Diesel, didn't notice anything wrong. Went to lead him back to the barn and he wouldn't move. And so I saw his leg, and it was all swollen, and it was kind of wet, but it wasn't blood or anything. And I couldn't see, there's no like open wound or anything like that, so I'm not sure where the fluid is coming from. Yeah, he doesn't want to put weight on that leg. I just texted the vet, he'll be out here tomorrow afternoon. So I got Diesel into the barn here, got him some water. I'm gonna hose down his leg with cold water to hopefully help with the swelling a little bit. And then I guess we'll see what the vet says when he gets here tomorrow. I don't know what he did. He was in a pen with smooth wire and with some there's harrows in there and stuff. It doesn't look like the harrows, I think, are all in the same spot, so I don't think he stepped in those, but I don't know. He seems to have movement and stuff, so maybe he just pulled something or sprained something. I'll show you guys here in a second. Easy, buddy. Hi. What did you do, buddy? So this is his good leg. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's swollen and it's very hot, and he definitely doesn't want to put weight on it. And I don't know. You can kind of see there's fluid. It's not blood. I don't know what he did. So we're gonna hose it down to hopefully help with the swelling a bit, and I'll come out here and do it tomorrow morning as well. Hopefully. Irrigating the pasture at the same time. Junior, you're supposed to babysit this guy. Sleeping on the job. My pasture is nicely irrigated. He's walking a bit, but obviously it's not pretty. The vet will be here tomorrow afternoon, so we will see what tomorrow brings. Good morning, you guys. It's the next day. It is 6 in the morning, I think. I went out and fed Junior and Diesel at like 4. Yes, I get up at 4. And Diesel was definitely still limping, but it was really dark, so I couldn't really see anything. So I'm gonna go out there now. It's still kind of dark, but I'll turn on some lights and stuff now and hose his leg for another 20 minutes, kind of see what the situation is, and the vet will be out here later this afternoon. So him and Junior stayed in a pretty small pen last night, and I just threw them some hay this morning so that he's not having to walk around and graze. I just kind of want to keep him as sedentary as possible until the vet can properly assess what is going on. So day 2, it almost looks like the swelling has gone up a bit. I don't know. So we'll hose it for 20 minutes again. Not much I can do until the vet gets here other than, just make sure he doesn't move much, keep it cool, and wait. Okay, so we've thoroughly soaked the front of the barn. Just wanted to show you guys exactly what we got going on here. So it's his front left, and he's got swelling, like it's all swollen here. Like it bows out there. And there's swelling on the inside too. There's no wound or anything, so I have no idea. I don't know if it's a bug bite. I don't know. So I could feel like a little ridge just below his fetlocks. I don't know if that's something. It could be just because things are swollen too. I don't know. I'm not a vet. So I feel like he's walking better. He's obviously still lame. Sorry, I'm paranoid about bats. There was a bat swooping me earlier. I feel like he's walking a bit better this morning. So that's a good sign, but yeah, I have to go to work, and the vet said later this afternoon. So they'll just be staying in this small pen. I gave him, he's just got some hay to eat, and he'll just hang out here till this afternoon. I feel like today at work is gonna go by really slow, just like waiting for when the vet texts me to let me know he's on his way. And just wondering how Diesel is and all that stuff. So we just gotta get through 8 hours and then I can come back and take care of him. I don't have children, so whenever my horse gets hurt, it like hurts my heart. I slept terribly last night and I'm just sad, and like I know it could be something just like a bug bite, but it could be something like, I don't know. And then I just get like visions of having to put him down or him just being a pasture ornament for the rest of his life. Like my mind just goes to the worst possible case scenario, and it's exhausting. So we'll get through this day. The vet will come, then we'll know what we're dealing with, and then we can go from there. Okay, so just got home from work. I was hoping I would have had to come home early from work to meet the vet, but when he said later in the afternoon, he meant later in the afternoon. It is 4:30 now, and he'll be here in an hour to see what's going on with Diesel. Haven't seen Diesel since this morning, so we'll go to the barn and see if there's any improvement. Pray that there's improvement and that the vet coming out is unnecessary. That would be awesome. So let's cross our fingers that that's the case. How are we doing? How's that leg? Can you come here? Come here. Hi, buddy. So it's definitely still swollen. Hey, buddy. It's definitely still swollen. I feel like it's maybe not as hot as yesterday. He's definitely walking way better. Woohoo, buddy! Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, he's walking so much better, you guys. That makes me happy. But yeah, definitely still swollen, so definitely worth the vet still coming out. So I don't think I'm going to hose it down. We'll just wait till the vet gets here and then he can direct me on what I'm gonna do. I was hosing it down on the advice of my father-in-law, who used to own, what are they called? Halter horses. He used to have halter horses, and so he's had his fair share of horse injuries. So I've been hosing with cold water based on his advice, because I honestly had no idea what to do. My mom was like, put an ice pack on it. And I'm like, you can't just vet wrap an ice pack on a horse's leg. It just does not work. So we just used super cold water. But this is a good sign that he's walking as good as he is. So I'm gonna give him his supper and then we'll just wait for the vet to get here. While we're waiting for the vet, I thought I would just update you guys on the little kitties. I think there's 2 of them. Looks like 2 of them in there. And to be honest, I'm not gonna name them. They're just gonna get lumped in with the rest of the all black crew because they are literally indistinguishable from each other. The other one lost its shit on me, hissing at me. This one's nice and quiet. Look how cute he is. So while we're waiting for the vet, I thought we would have a quick barn chat. I feel like I haven't sat here and chatted with you guys in a little bit. When I got home yesterday and was like all set to ride and found Diesel like basically unable to move, oh, it was really, really difficult. Like you guys saw the earlier clips, I was not okay. And that is the perfect portrayal of how much my horses mean to me. Like I don't have children, so my horses are my babies and I spend so much time with them. Like my free time is my horses. I spend my money on my horses. I love them to death. And anytime they have an injury, it wrecks me. Like any of you who follow me from have followed me from the beginning of my YouTube channel, not that long into starting my channel, Diesel hurt himself last year. It was like, I want to say it was in October of last year he got hurt. I was so upset. And yeah, that is just, they are my babies. And some of you might scoff at me getting so upset over my horses and the little injuries that they have. Like, there was no blood yesterday. He's still alive. No one died. It's fine. And now that he's walking way better, I'm almost like, okay, I probably blew this a little bit out of proportion, but I didn't know yesterday, and like I still don't know now. I'm still waiting for the vet to get here. There's a chance that, yeah, it was just a wasp bite and he'll be over it in a few days. Like, but there's a chance that that's not the case. But yeah, I love my horses so, so much. And yeah, here's to hoping he's okay. But we'll hang out and wait for the vet, and fingers crossed that it's just something that he'll get over in a few days. That would be best case scenario at this point. But yes, I definitely love my horses. So I just got back in the house. I didn't record anything with the vet because I needed to hold Diesel by the lead rope and like hold his leg and stuff while the vet was doing things. So not able to film. So what happened was vet had me walk him around just to see what was up. He kind of like felt around his foot and his leg, and then he took like pinchers, I guess, and did like the pinch test on the sole of his hoof. And Diesel was super, super sensitive to that, like wanted to pull his leg out of our hands. And he was super sensitive on his leg. And then we did what was called, we nerved his foot. So basically we numbed his hoof so he couldn't feel it, and then had him walk, and he walked way better. And we did the pinch test again on his sole, and he had hardly any reaction. So based on that, the vet thinks that he has an abscess brewing inside his foot. So I have to buy Epsom salts and diapers tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to keep his foot wrapped in a diaper for 4 days, and then kind of just sit and wait for an abscess to emerge. He's hoping that's what it is, but I just have to keep him in the loop, and if things get worse or something else happens or whatever, then obviously let him know. But yeah, I think I'll keep the vlog going. I was hoping to end it here. Like, I was seriously hoping it was like, oh yeah, that's a wasp sting, he'll get over it. But I think I'll keep the vlog going. I'll show you guys wrapping his foot with a diaper, and yeah, we'll kind of see where it goes from here. But I've only had a horse have an abscess once before. I know it's happened before. I don't remember what horse it was, but I know I've had to deal with an abscess before, but it's been a very, very long time. So might have to watch some YouTube videos on how to deal with this. Okay, so we've got my abscess attack pack. Stopped at the drugstore, the feed store, and the hardware store to get all of this. And I've got a bucket with a little bit of warm water in it. Okay, so the first thing is diapers. So I'm gonna be wrapping Diesel's foot in diapers. I got him the little snugglers. I don't know. I've never bought diapers in my life. This is literally the first time me buying diapers. Epsom salts. So I'm gonna clean his foot really good and then soak it in the warm water with Epsom salts. I'm also gonna put Epsom salt in the diaper that I'm gonna wrap on his foot. Vet wrap to wrap the diaper. I don't know how good this is gonna stay. So that's why I have duct tape, because it needs to stay on. He's gonna be like in the pasture moving around, so I'm leaning towards using this over this, but I'll probably end up using both, to be honest with you, just to make sure it doesn't move. So I'm gonna go catch Diesel and then we'll get going with this, figuring out what to do here. Soaking in warm water with Epsom salts. All right, we are like 7 minutes into this, 13 to go. So far, so good. But the thing is, like, I don't want to tie him up in case he pulls back by getting spooked by this. I can't leave because I don't know, like, if he'll, knock it over or whatever else. So I'm stuck here for 20 minutes. So I just gave him his supper and we'll just hang out. So my husband didn't know what an abscess was. I told him that that's what was going on and he's like, what's an abscess? So, and I thought some of you might have the same question. So, stand by. He just took his foot out. Okay, buddy, come here. No, you don't need to drink that. Come here. Come here. So yeah, that's the challenge, because obviously it's weird for a horse to have its foot in a bucket, but he's doing good. It's just he can't move. Okay. So an abscess. An abscess occurs when bacteria gets trapped between the sensitive laminae, so that's the tissue layer that bonds the hoof capsule to the coffin bone, and the hoof wall or sole. The bacteria create pus, which builds up and creates pressure behind the hoof wall or sole, this pressure can become extremely painful. So that's why when the vet like squeezed his hoof yesterday, that's why it hurt, because there's a bunch of pressure in there. Although most commonly seen during the wet winter and spring months, hoof abscesses can plague horses year-round. Moisture in the environment can soften regions of the foot and make it easier for bacteria to get trapped inside. Extremely dry conditions can cause brittle, cracked feet. The abscess causing bacteria enter the foot through hoof cracks by traveling up the white line, though penetrating wounds to the foot, and even by close horseshoe nails. Deep bruising might also occur, might also trigger abscesses. So it's basically been a perfect storm for this to happen actually this year, because it was super, super dry forever. And then the last little while it's been wet and we've been riding in the mud. So if Diesel had any cracks in his foot, the bacteria could have easily gotten into his foot once we were playing in the mud. On top of that, he has very thin soles. He's not wearing shoes. So it was kind of, we were waiting for this to happen basically. A few things that I probably could have done: if I'm riding in the mud, making sure I clean his feet really, really good afterwards. And also using like a, what do they call it? Just like a hoof treatment that you put on. What do they call it? Like just to keep the hoof moist so it doesn't get dry and brittle like that. So I'm gonna be much more of a hoof Nazi after this incident. But yeah, we've got 9 minutes to go. So he's standing pretty good. I feel like it has to feel not terrible. It's a nice warm hoof bath, basically. Okay, so we're done with the Epsom salt. Diesel. Done with the Epsom salt for today. Come here, buddy. So we're gonna just dry this off a bit. And then we're gonna put the diaper on. Nice and clean anyways. Okay. I feel like, I don't know. The problem is the abscess hasn't broke yet, so I don't even know, like we're just kind of waiting for the infection to rear its ugly head. How do you open these? Okay. There's 31 diapers in here. We will not need that many. Oh, look at how cute they are. Winnie the Pooh. Oh, they're so little baby bum. Okay, so the vet said to put Epsom salts in here, which seems kind of odd. And then wrap it. I'll go with, usually vet wrap comes in really cool colors. They had orange, but most of them were just black and forest green, which is kind of boring. But it's probably gonna get covered with duct tape anyways, so that's okay. Okay. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I am literally just making shit up as I go here. Okay. Hi, buddy. So we want to keep it as clean as possible, just because he's going to be wearing this for an extended period of time, right? So. It was a bit of a challenge finding just unscented Epsom salts. Like everything was like eucalyptus and lavender, because people like putting these in their baths at home, right? Okay. Sure. Easy, buddy. Okay. I think these are going to be just big enough. I think you got small feet. Okay. Okay. You put your foot down. Put your foot down. Okay. Okay. So start with the vet wrap. That's gonna fit perfect on there. I'll get it on and then I'll bring you guys closer so you can have a look at what I'm actually got going on here. Wrap his entire foot. That's good, buddy. Okay, the wrap is on. And now we'll do duct tape so that we know it's not going anywhere. So I kind of want it to stay for, I'll probably change it tomorrow morning, and then I want it to stay for 24 hours. Junior's getting grumpy at me. Hi, I'm gonna duct tape. Yes, hello buddy. You're doing so good. We're almost done. Okay, lift your head, lift your foot. Good boy. Okay, I don't think that's going anywhere. So that is the finished product for today. So I think I'm gonna end the video here because for the next 4 days at least, that's gonna be what's happening. So I'm gonna soak his foot once a day in a warm Epsom salt bath for 20 minutes a day. He's gonna have a diaper on for the next 4 days, wrapped just like you saw, assuming that stays on, which we'll see. And then just a matter of keeping it clean and just watching for the abscess to emerge. Because what happens is the infection will eventually like burst out of his foot, and then you'll get like the nasty infection stuff coming out. So that'll be gross, but just part of the recovery process. We'd rather it out than staying in his foot, right? So yes, all the lovely things you get to deal with as a horse owner. And to be honest, I kind of like doctoring horses. Like, as much as I hate that Diesel's hurt, like, I like doctoring my horses. I'm kind of confused why I didn't go and become a vet. I had the grades to be a vet. I could have gone and become a vet, but I did not. But get a little taste of it here today. So we'll end it there. If you want to follow along, be sure to follow me at Strong in the Saddle everywhere. And I'll post an update in my next video that I release too. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed. And until next time, remember, it's always a good day to ride.